What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Living Big with Big Reg. I know it's been a while. Your boy been sick. I'm still fighting this thing. I don't know what's wrong with me, but don't worry, I'm getting through it. Today, I want to talk to you about the choices we make and how it not only affects us, but it affects the people around us, maybe. I guess we'll get into that. I even have a little story for you, so we'll get into that as well. And I'll let you know how a choice I made in my life not only affected where I was at that point in time, but affected where I would end up. And it wasn't just my choice. It was a choice that was somewhat made for me. And I want to talk about how we possibly all have choices made for us. Now, let's get into this. When we make a decision, you have to ask yourself, are we making this decision based off selfish reasons? Or are we doing it out of love for someone else? I think many of our decisions are made subconsciously before we even think about them. We get put with options in front of us all the time. And we say we'll think about it. Oh, I got a choice to make and things like that. But subconsciously, maybe that decision's already been made. It's something we have to take into, thought. Now, my question for you is, and just hit me in the comments, let me know what you think. But do you think you're making your choices, or you think they're already made for you? Now, the subconscious mind tends to already have our thoughts laid out and planned before we even think of them. Think of every time you've done something in a matter of a second, just like that. Think you thought of it right then and there, or was it already in you? Nice one, right? 90%, I'll say, 90% of what we do is already in us. It's already been chosen. It's already been decided. All we're doing is determining which path we want to take to get there, right? So when we're making these decisions, like me making this video, for instance, I already knew what I wanted to do. It was already in me. But it was a path of how will I get there? At what point will I be able to sit and record it and make this video? So now I'm here. And let me tell you the story that changed my life. When I was younger, say 7th grade maybe, I played on the football team, right? I was a star athlete and had dreams of going to the NFL. Well, one day, it's a normal day. I wake up, I go to school, I go through the day, go through the motions, and I'm going to practice after school. And it's a normal day. But from the second I woke up in the morning, something in me had been saying, Reggie, make sure you get home early today. Get home early and stay there. But sometimes you have these voices in your head, or God giving you signs or different things, and you kind of tend to not pay it any mind. I went to practice thinking everything's all right. So I go to practice and start practicing, and then I just stopped and I said, you know what? It got louder. You know what? I have to go. I have to go. I grabbed my things. And at that point, I walked from my school to my house. Now, my school wasn't necessarily walking distance. So it was about a 45 minutes to an hour walk. It wasn't bad. When you're young, you can walk that like it's nothing. So I walked it. And the whole walk, I'm just walking faster. I'm moving. And I'm like, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. Because something in me is telling me I gotta get home, right? That was something made a decision for me subconsciously. Leave practice and go home. And this was a key practice because this practice was one of the final practices before finalizing who was going to be on the team and starters and whatnot. So me leaving really blew my chance of showing exactly what I could do. So walking home, and I'm already, as I'm getting closer and closer to home, my heart's pounding, and I'm already feeling the weight of I might have just thrown my dream in the trash on a whim for something that might not even be necessary. So I get home, and by this time, my head's down. I'm a little sad now, thinking about the fact that I could have just threw away a dream. But I get home, and uncharacteristically, my house door is unlocked. So I walk in, and there are my siblings, my little sisters, who were pretty much newborns at the time. My younger brother, who was about 3 or 4 years old. And they're alone. No one in the house. And my mother was at work. And they were supposed to be there with my sister's father. And turns out he left them to go do drugs. And he was a good man. He had a good heart, but sometimes he just made bad choices, And when certain things get a hold of you, they make your decisions for you. And that was a decision he made on that day. And me getting home and seeing them, I made a decision on that day. That day, I decided that dreams didn't matter. Nothing mattered, because from there on, I would never allow my siblings, or now my children, to not have me to depend on. So that day crushed a dream, but it made a man. And they say hard times make better men, and this is one of those hard times that made a better man. I tell that story to say that our decisions we make, they not only decide the outcome of what we're doing in that moment, but what our loved ones may be doing or going through in that moment. And they have long-term implications. Some good, some bad. In this case, it was a good one, because I've been there for my family every step of the way. Me, my brother, and my sisters were very close. My kids, you can't pull them away from me. So while that may have crushed the dream in that moment, it made me a better man, and I'm appreciative for it. We all move forward in different ways, and that way shaped me to be responsible, caring, and I never touch drugs because of what I see. So I guess thank you to him, and thank you to decisions and choices. What is a decision? Let me know in the comments. What is a decision that you've made that's changed the shape of your life? Let me know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you wish to donate to the channel, my Cash App will be in the description. And thank you all for sitting down for another episode of Living Big with Big Reg. Make good choices. Live big, love big. Stay blessed. Peace.